Now, YouTube, I'm going to show you an example of a company. I don't know if anybody has seen Blendtec, these videos. Anybody seen these videos? Okay, it's really cool. They just build a blender, and this guy one day decided to, they were doing testing, so he took a 2x4 piece of wood and tried to blend it on the operational floor that they were building it. So they said, wow, why don't we take a video of this and put it onto YouTube? So they started blending marbles and rake handles and ice and half a chicken and a Coke, and they started blending all of this. And they got 6 million views after 1 week. Now then they engaged in videos and saying to other people, tell us what you'd like us to blend. And this is how you're engaging with people here. So this video will show you some of the things that they do.
That is the question. Now, a lot of us have been watching the World Cup, and it's so exciting. But the number one requested thing for us to blend is, guess what? Guess what? Isn't that the most horrible sound in the world? We're going to take care of it with Blendtec Total Blender Rate. I'm going to push the Vuvuzela button. Quiet smoke. Don't breathe this. What a relief. No more buzzing in my ears. Now I can enjoy the World Cup.
So I would recommend, if you want to see some more, just go Will It Blend onto YouTube or Blendtec. And they blended an iPhone, an iPad, and you can see the amount of viewers that they get, like 9 million people viewing it. And so it's very low cost for them. They just take a handheld video, well, in this case, probably something like we're doing today, and it was costing them $20 per video. And all they say is, hey, tell us what you'd like us to blend. And you'll see on YouTube what people are suggesting. So, you know, YouTube is a way of actually communicating. So their sales went up 500%, okay, just from doing that. And another advert you might want to have a look at, we don't have time here, is Old Spice. So it's the most successful YouTube advertising ever. Old Spice in YouTube, and they've had 22 million views. And the guy, you know, he's targeting women to buy this Old Spice, which is what my dad used to use, you know, and very successful as well, very interesting to do. So they engage with their fans by saying, tell us what you'd like to blend. Now with Twitter, here's a company that was delivering tacos, and just two guys in a truck in Los Angeles, and they were trying to get more business. So they were tweeting the whereabouts of the drivers, you know, because sometimes these drivers in the truck didn't pitch up outside the nightclubs and places where people were looking for late night snacks. So they would tweet where their location was going to be, and they would also, you know, if it was in traffic, they would tweet about that. So initially when they started using Twitter, there was about 10 people waiting, you know, for them to arrive. And pretty soon they have 300 to 800 people waiting to buy food from them. So they ended up building this business. And just by using Twitter, they have 75,000 followers, okay? So that's like the database that we were speaking about earlier. You have 75,000 people that are willing to listen to you, specifically if it's about food. Now, they ended up getting more trucks, and you know, you can see the queues, and I've just got a short little video here. You can see it.
What happens is every time we move or we update or if I think of a special, we hit up our Twitter, and then however many followers follow that Twitter get our information in the text.
So, restaurants use Twitter very well. It's probably one of the most effective ways to generate leads. Because restaurants are pretty tight on marketing budget. So with Twitter, you can send out specials and say anybody who responds to these tweets today, or we're having a special tomorrow, 2 for the price of 1, you can actually generate leads coming through and start filling up your business when you have the capacity to do that. Now, with Facebook, it's interesting because many of us think we waste time on Facebook, and a lot of us do. But there is a way of marketing with Facebook for businesses. And the idea here with social networking is to build a community. So you're always trying to get like-minded people together so that you can share information.
How do you build your business? You work hard to establish.
So that's important. Be part of the conversation. If you're thinking of engaging in social media and you don't have the time, then you need to reconsider. Because there's nothing worse than starting a conversation and not being there to follow it up. So, what you're going to see today is social media can be time consuming and it takes effort. But one way that you can use Facebook effectively, and I'm not sure if you've all looked at how to create an ad, but if you just go to the bottom of the page, there's a link that says advertise. Just click that and set up your own ad. And an example would be if you wanted to find out how many people are having a birthday today in Westville, you'll find out for those people who say they live in Westville and they've given those details. So if you were a restaurant or you were any business that could take advantage of that and say, well, I see it's your birthday coming up, join us for a free glass of wine, and that ad will appear, on their birthday. So we give a lot of information away to Facebook. We tell them that we are fishermen, we are golfers, and we like this and we like that, and people can market to you. And that's why you'll see these ads coming up related to what you have tagged yourself with. So with BMW, what they did is they created their Facebook page to share photos and videos of cars. And really they want to do is just talk about the latest news and meet other drivers. They have 2.2 million followers already on Facebook. So these are supposedly BMW drivers. They hang around there, and what BMW did was create a country-specific page for each one, and they uploaded 16 videos. But what happened was their fans uploaded 406 videos. So you can see how you can start using the network out there and get people to tell you stuff. They uploaded 100 pictures, and they got 20,000 pictures uploaded to their website or to their Facebook. So this is the short video that they put onto Facebook. I used to be a BMW driver. So register now on Facebook. So they're trying to get people on so that they can communicate and work with it. So the final one is Flickr. Okay, so this is just a really short video. Flickr is probably the 8th most busiest website in the world, besides Facebook, for uploading photographs. Okay, so people upload pictures there to save their photos. And certainly what you can do, if your business involves anything to do with where you can take a photograph, whether you're building houses or travel, and you've got pictures all over, you would tag them on Flickr, so when someone is typing in a keyword phrase, they would actually find your photo.
When asked what should be saved in a fire, along with family and pets, people often choose photos. If photos mean a lot to you, it's time to learn why keeping them on the web makes sense. This is online photo sharing in plain English. As you know, cameras and photography have changed. What used to appear on paper now appears on computers and phones. No matter the format, we still love our photos, and now they have new powers. But first, let's be practical. These days, a fire may not be your biggest worry. A computer failure can destroy thousands of memories. You can avoid this by keeping your photos backed up on the internet. A number of sites make it inexpensive and easy for you to upload your photos for safekeeping. Now, because photos can be uploaded to a website, all sorts of cool things are possible. To make our point, let's look at the old way. You visit the Grand Canyon and take beautiful photos. You get them developed, and a few days later add them to a photo album that sits on a shelf. Few people see them, and it's a pain to find a specific photo in all those albums. Boo! Now, let's look at the new way, with a popular service I use called Flickr. You visit the Grand Canyon and take beautiful photos with a digital camera. Once you're home, you move the photos onto your computer and then upload them to the Flickr website. You just click Upload, find the photos on your computer, and upload them to the web for safekeeping. Ah, sweet peace of mind. Yay! But it doesn't stop there. You need to make sure that it's easy to find photos in the future. Along with adding titles, you can add keywords or tags that describe the photo. You might use tags like Grand Canyon, Arizona, Park, Scenery, 2007 to describe this photo. Each of these tags becomes a way for you to find photos in the future.
So, what I've shown you now is the way you can use Flickr. You would share images, you can just link to them, and you can add comments to your blog, to the photographs. That's the important part, is commenting about what your photograph is about. So a restaurant could take pictures of their meals and put them on there and name each one of them. So anyone who's looking for a hamburger photograph, they would type that into Google. There's a lot of people who do that. And you would find these images online. So it's a way of getting your brand across and being found online with Google, getting more entries. This is what it's about. It's about building an online brand. And you can create groups. You'll see that photographers get together, and what they do is they create these events, and everyone in their group, they would meet and then upload their photos, and then tweet about your uploads. So, hopefully you get some ideas on how people are using social media, but how can you use it in your business? Because many of us wonder, how do we begin? We get all this information, but will it work for me? And will it generate leads, or will it get me what I need? So I've got 15 minutes left to tell you about how you can implement a social media plan at a very high level. But what you need to know is how to tell if you're ready for social media. Okay, because many of us are not ready. And are you personally ready? Are you engaged? Do you have a LinkedIn profile? Are you on Twitter and blogs? Because if you're not, there's certain things that you'd want to learn about. The other thing is your company ready for social media as well? So you can take, there's a questionnaire that you can fill in, and it'll help you, figure out, what you need to do. And I'll show you an example of what you get. Then you want to select your social media technology. So, which of these 6 platforms are important to you? Maybe you just want to start off with LinkedIn, because that's the easiest one to control. You can spend 30 minutes without really messing up. And when you implement social media in your business, you better think about training the rest of your company. Okay? You better think about putting social media policies in place, because people are going to say things, and if they say the wrong thing, Google doesn't take it off. They leave it there. So you need to set these rules. And so you'd implement it. And the thing that's really important is mapping your social media calendar. And I'll show you some examples of how you can take your marketing plan and create a calendar out of it so that you know what you're going to be using. So how do you know if you should engage? Well, for one, your company right now is getting referral business. Okay? If any of you say that I get referral business, you need to put a tick here, saying, all right, I know social media can help me. I just got to find the platforms that it can help me with. Your company wants to build an online brand. Okay? So you want to be found for your products and your services. Your owners and your managers understand that there's value in this. Okay? And it's also going to be a bit of a long haul. One of the biggest setbacks is the management of companies do not see the value in social media, and there's no commitment. So you'll really struggle to get that in if you feel you want to push it. The most important thing is, are your customers, are they on social media? Because if they're not, there's no reason for you to be there. And you have the time. So you're going to weigh up whether you're going to pay Google 1,500 Rand a month for pay-per-click ads, or you want to spend 20 hours a month tweeting and posting blogs and figure out, are you getting leads from which one?